Learn Spanish. The preposition a versus personal a plus direct object. Hola! In this video, I will explain the differences between the preposition a and the personal a. Before we continue, we need to talk about the prepositions. Prepositions express relationships in time and space. Some common Spanish prepositions that you already use include a, con, de, en, entre, and para. In this video, we will concentrate on a. The preposition a is used to tell us the direction toward a person or thing. For example, voy a Madrid. Vamos a una discoteca. Llegó a Nueva York. The preposition a may also be used with time or place where something happens. For example, hoy estamos a 9 de enero. Ella se casó a los 20 años. María llegará a las 5. It is also used to express the situation of people or things, meaning orientation or exposure. For example, ella está sentada a la derecha del presidente. La habitación da al mar. La casa está orientada al sur. A is also used to express distance in a space. For example, el pueblo está a 7 kilómetros. In addition, we use it to express the way of an action. For example, ella cocina a la venezolana. Van a pie. Esta bufanda está hecha a mano. Another way to use a is to express the price of things. For example, los tomates están a $2 la libra. Also, we use it to express the situation of a person or thing in relation to another. For example, la farmacia está a la derecha de la zapatería. Estoy sentada a la derecha de Javier. In addition, we use it to express the interval of time or place that mediates between one thing and another. For example, nosotros paseamos de calle a calle. Cada mañana tengo clases de 9 a 12. When we keep a score in a game or talk about percentage, we use a. For example, quedaron empatados 2 a 2. Los intereses han subido al 3%. When we talk about temperature, we also use a. For example, qué frío. Estamos a 1 grado bajo cero. Or we use it to order someone to do something. For example, a comer. Now, let's talk about the personal a. Hola! In the last video, I explained how to use the personal a and showed you how to use it. Before we continue, we need to talk about the direct object. The direct object is the noun or pronoun that receives the action of the verb. In the following sentences, the direct objects are underlined: ball, Mary, and her. Mike hit the ball. George calls Mary. He calls her. In Spanish, when the direct object is a person, it is preceded by the preposition a. We call it the personal a for this reason. This word has no English translation. Jorge llama a María. Jorge calls María. From the perspective of the English speaker, the personal a appears to be an extra word. From our perspective, the personal a is required, and not to use it, it is a serious error. Jorge llama a María. The personal a might also be used if the direct object is a domesticated animal, especially a pet, provided that the speaker attaches some sort of personal feelings towards the animal. La mujer acaricia a su perro. Acariciar means to pet. The woman pets her dog. El perro persigue a la gata. Perseguir. The dog chases the cat. The personal a is not used when the direct object is not a person or is an animal for which no personal feelings are felt. Bebo la leche. Beber is to drink. I drink the milk. Milk is neither a person nor an animal. Miro la jirafa. Mirar is to look at. I look at the giraffe. No personal feelings are felt towards the giraffe. If there were, then you would say miro a la jirafa. The personal a is usually not used after the verb tener. Usually. Remember? It is not used at all after the verb form I. This is true even if the direct object is a person. Tengo dos hermanos. Tener means to have. I have 2 brothers. Hay 5 chicas. There are 5 girls. According to the Real Academia Española, the verb tener plus the direct object of a person, if it is underdetermined, the personal a is not used. For example, tienen 2 hijos. They have 2 sons. Tiene una tía, actriz. You, he, she has an aunt that is an actress. If there is a specific person, then we use the personal a. When we use an adjective that shows something not permanent, like being sick, we use the personal a. For example, tiene a un hijo enfermo. You, he, she has a sick son. Here, enfermo is a passing thing. If something is permanent as being blind, then we do not use the personal a. For example, tiene un hijo ciego. You, he, she has a blind son. Are there verbs that will help you know if the personal a is used? Sure, but as I said before, remember that in Spanish, there are always exceptions to the rule. Verbs that refer to emotions, physical or psychological, are followed by the personal a. Some of those are acompañar, admirar, afectar, alabar, amar, empujar, engañar, golpear, maltratar, matar, odiar, perjudicar, saludar. Just to name a few. For example, acompañó a una anciana hasta su casa. Admiro a los políticos que defienden su opinión. Engañar a un padre es imposible. We also see verbs of perception followed by the personal a, such as mirar, observar, oír, and others. For example, estaba mirando a una señora cuando sentí que me llamaban. I was looking at a woman when I felt that someone was calling me. Observé a algunos niños que jugaban al fútbol. I was watching some children playing soccer. Oí a una mujer cantar ópera. I heard a woman sing opera. In verbs of perception like ver, to see, and conocer, to know, you can use or not the personal a, depending on the context of the sentence and what we want to say. For example, we do not use the personal a with names of countries or cities. So, when we say no conozco Francia, I do not know Francia or France, we do not need to use the personal a because we're following the rule. of not using it with names of countries or cities. However, I use the same verb, conocer, with conozco a tu mamá. I know your mom. Why? Because first of all, the person is a specific person. Second, it's a person, right? And so we use conocer. Conocer a tu mamá. I know your mom. If the direct object is an indefinite person, the personal a is not used. What does that mean? It means it's not a specific person. For example, necesito médico. I need a doctor, but I need any doctor. Or I need medical assistance. It's not specific. You're not requesting a specific doctor. Necesito jardinero. I need any gardener, or I need someone to tend my garden. Muy bien, that's it for this video on the preposition a versus the personal a. Hopefully you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about this video. Do not forget to practice your own sentences in the comments section below. And do not forget to recommend and subscribe to my channel for updates on new Spanish video lessons. It's free. Gracias por ver mi video. Hasta el próximo video.